Hey guys, girls, it's Adam. So, the sky is falling. What do I do? Some people feel like the sky is really falling. There's a little piece of me that knows it's not. A big piece of me that knows it's not. But a little piece of me that says, it could. Why people rushed out and are buying toilet paper, I have no idea. One person probably saw another person buying a shitload of toilet paper and said, oh my god, I need to buy a shitload too, and on and on and on. Mob mentality, everybody's buying toilet paper. Can you eat it? No. Can you do anything with it other than wipe your ass? Not really. Not a lot other than start a fire after you wipe your ass, and that's going to smell pretty bad anyway. If you're wondering and you can't hear me very well and you hear a lot of noise, it's because I'm on some back roads in Oklahoma doing some things that I need to be done. Makes sense. I need to be done. So, sky is falling, what can I do? Well, if you haven't done anything already, if you haven't figured out I'm a prepper, so if you haven't done anything already and you start from scratch and you're like, oh crap, I should have listened to all them crazy idiots. Well, this crazy idiot is going to give you a little bit of advice and a little piece of learning knowledge. Don't buy toilet paper unless you need it. And if you do need it, don't worry about it. It's on the bottom of the list. You should be focusing on top 3 things. You can live 3 days without water, not much longer after that. Soda, coffee, tea, other things like that don't count as your water factor, because eventually you'll overload your system with toxins and etc. I'm not one of those toxin dudes. I drink a buttload of coffee, tea, and all that. But what I'm saying is eventually your system will need regular water. So, if you have jugs in your house and there's no bottled water out there, no plastic little nice product packaged up things of water, or nice gallon jugs in your area because the store shelves have been wiped out, you should still have water out of the tap. It's drinkable. Go out there and buy some empty 5-gallon buckets from Home Depot, Lowe's, I don't care, anywhere, with the rubber seal lids or not rubber seal lids, and fill those up at your house with your regular water. And the reason I say water is because the way things are going, you never know. It's just a general preparedness thing. If a storm happens, whatever, in your area, you'll have water. And when I say water, the recommended a gallon a day per person recommendation is, if you don't wash your body, you don't cook, and you're not doing a damn thing but sitting on the couch. If it's summertime, you're going to need more than a gallon of water per person. So, don't go out there and buy 1 5-gallon bucket and fill it up with water. Buy 10 5-gallon buckets and fill them up with water. Buy more if you can, and you can find a place to store them. Oh, I don't have a place to store them. If you have a house and a yard, store them around the outer edge of your house. Store them in the backyard. If you're in an apartment, start stacking them up under the bed. Make furniture out of them. I don't know. Be creative. Food. A lot of people, they go grocery shopping once a week and they don't have much food left in their cabinets after that. Well, a lot of staples are missing from the shelves right now. And on that one, if you haven't been preparing, if you haven't been putting a little food back here and there, my best advice is to go everywhere you can and find anything you can. It doesn't have to be things you normally eat. It needs to be things that are going to sustain you, that will give you some sort of nutrition, not freaking 10 cases of Twinkies and 2-liter bottles of Coke. If you're not diabetic now, you will be soon. If you look on the shelves, usually, now I don't know about this point in time because I don't need to go to the store. I haven't gone to the store in a while. I might go to the store just to watch all the people run around. But if at this point in time you haven't, why don't you go look in the aisle that has the flour in it, and if you're lucky, get some sugar, some baking soda, baking powder, things like that. In other words, go back to the Betty Crocker days and you're going to have to start cooking food from scratch, not out of a box, not out of a can, not from the restaurant. Oh, by the way, restaurants, you're not going to be eating out very much longer, because rumor has it, not rumor, I have sources that I listen to that are in the restaurant business, and the wholesalers that sell to the restaurant are just about out of the food. They can't get more, so the restaurants aren't going to get it, and the restaurants are going to close. They're closing anyway because the local governments are saying shut it down, social isolation. Get where I'm going? You're not going to go out and get a burger, so you need to think outside the box. Flour, sugar, baking soda, things like that. What fresh vegetables do come in are there? Buy potatoes. Those are your carbohydrates and your other slow-burning sugars. Buy potatoes. If you can get your hands on honey, buy lots of honey, because lots of honey is a high-calorie item. What else can I throw at you? If there are canned stuff on the shelves, look at the calories. You want high calories. You want calorie content and nutrition. Green beans, a can of green beans has pretty close to not a damn bit of calories in it. Corn's a waste of time, and can, because we all know if we eat corn, most of us just poop it out, and then you look at your poop and there's a bunch of with corn. If you haven't done anything with the corn, because most people don't know anything about nixtamalization, I have a video on that. Look it up somewhere on YouTube, nixtamalization. Anyways, what else? So there's food. Get what you can, not what you want. And get as much as you can with what you got. And then when you get a little more, go back out and get more of as much as you can. And the reason I say that, some of you are out there going, oh, it's no problem. The Walmart's empty, but they'll bring trucks in. Guess what? No ships are shipping things into the country. Shipping containers are not moving on the road by the truckers. Product is usually not stored in warehouses. It is a just-in-time inventory system. That is what our nation has become. In other words, you see the little people with their scanners walking around Walmarts. The shelf is empty. Boop! It goes to the computer. The computer sends it somewhere into the magical world of the nether regions, and they get an inventory, and it says, hey, you guys need to send 10 of these blahs over to this store. Okay, we need 10 blahs. We don't have any 10 blahs here, so we're going to have to request them from this other place. And this other place, this third party, they send it out from there to the store. Anyways, on and on and on and on. The mom and pop shops may be the only ones that have something, but they're mom and pop shops. So, they're going out of business probably because they can't get product, they can't pay their bills, nobody's buying from them. I hate to say it, I love these people. I'd rather shop at a mom and pop shop if I can, but they're going to get hit. Alright, so we covered water, we've covered food. A lot of places are closing down. People with kids are being forced not to go to work because they have no place to keep their kids because the schools are shutting down because of this COVID thing. Whatever. Look at my other video on economics. It'll be before or after this one. It's a video on why I'm not necessarily worried about COVID. COVID is a quick flash, maybe semi-long-term thing. The long-term beast of this whole COVID thing is going to be a global economic impact that we're going to have. It's already global. It's already huge economic impact. Interest rates are dropping. Prices are dropping. When prices drop, companies don't make as much money. People are not spending money because they are being socially isolated. So they're not spending as much money. This is the quick summary version. So the companies have to drop prices further. They drop prices further, but they can't pay their employees, so they fire and lay off more employees. More employees that are laid off and fired, and other people hear about it. They're not going to buy because, oh my God, I'm going to get laid off. I better keep my money and not buy things. Cycle, cycle, cycle. Companies go under. Some people maintain on. But anyways, watch the video or look it up. Water, food. Really, water, food are key. After that, there are several different thought processes: medical care, security, protecting yourself, etc. You can look those things up. Don't go all Rambo and crap because that means nothing. Just look up general situational awareness. In other words, don't go to the bad neighborhood and hang out when you know it's the bad neighborhood and they mug everybody. Or if you're in your own neighborhood, pay attention to who don't belong there or who does not fit in by their body language. Because with all this going on, all the toilet paper's been sold out, all the this, that, and the other's been sold out, the food is starting to get sold out. And when people start to realize that the shelves are not getting restocked with the food that they have bought at the last minute and hoarded and then ate all of in a week and a half, and then they go back to get more and they're like, oh crap, why isn't there more? In other words, you get the whole area, the whole nation doing that. People are going to freak. And guess what? When people freak, they make irrational decisions. Now the criminals, they're looking at this like, ooh, well, I don't have any, I'm just going to go steal it from so-and-so. Or good people will become bad people and they will steal shit from other people to feed their children. So, there's that factor to think about, look at, and all this other gobbledygook. So, situational awareness. You want to be aware of that. If you live in a neighborhood where you know your neighbors and you got a good community, start talking to them, start forming little watch parties with them. So if anybody doesn't belong in that neighborhood, you know, and you can pass it on. All right, next bit of advice. I got to stop and talk to you guys because, quite frankly, I have no clue where I'm at. I kind of do, but I don't. So we have water, we have food, we have security. I'm not going to go into why I'm recommending all these things, but it's kind of obvious if your eyes ain't open out there. Open them. Talk to people from all over the country, and there's the same common thread. The shelves are empty. That's the common thread. The shelves are empty. Americans have this mindset of it cannot happen here, it will not happen to me, and if it does happen here, or it does happen to me, the government's going to swoop in and save me. The government don't have the shit. The government is going to take care of the government. The government is going to do a concept called continuity of government. And that means it's going to protect itself ultimately. It's going to buy shit that it needs for itself to continually to function and act as a government. So, FEMA's not coming. Red Cross ain't coming, because those are volunteers and they're home at worrying about their own people and they don't want to get near people that might have COVID. The fear factor. Take care of yourselves. Our nation started out as being a nation of people that could take care of themselves and be self-reliant and self-sufficient. Then somewhere along the line, poof, it disappeared. Well, it didn't disappear. It was a slow, gradual thing, and I won't even get into that. I'm high speed and talking high speed because I got a buttload of information. I've got 3 decades worth of information in my head that have been rattling around in there for me, learning, doing research, doing, and talking to others that learn, do, and act. Anything I do or put out here, I am not putting out here just to put out here and say. It is something I've either done myself or I've extensively researched and thought about and talked to the people that have a lot smarter brain than I do, and they concur with me. So don't be messaging me, doing whatever, etc., etc., saying, oh yeah, you're nutty, you're crazy, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. Really, go. Bye-bye. Find some other channel to watch. Some other page to troll. I want to help you people that were kind of realizing something was happening, but you don't know which direction to go. And I know this video is fast. I know this video is high speed. And I know this video is very vague in details. I can't go over all the little details. One thing I can tell you now is act. Do something actionable now. You don't have time to think about it. You don't have time to screw around. You just don't have time. If you only have 20 bucks in your bank account, go out and buy $20 of, if you can find rice and beans, buy that. Because the two are a perfect protein combination and they can go a long way. But if you can't buy anything, buy food. No, I take that back. Retract, rewind. Don't buy anything. Don't buy soda. Don't buy chips. Don't buy freaking Twinkies. Don't buy candy bars. Don't buy that shit. Buy things that will feed your body with calories that are good for you, high calorie content. That way it can sustain you. This has become about sustaining yourself, not what I want, I need. What you think you need may not be a need, it's actually a want. You got to shift your mind over to sustainment. We grew up as a country of sustainment. We are not there no more, most of us. So I encourage you. I got to end this video. I encourage you to do something. There's something in my other video I mentioned. You can look it up. It's called the OODA loop. OODA. Observation. Oh crap, something's happening. Something's happening. Orientation. Okay, something's happening. It's happening. I'm going to orient myself to it. Something's happening here. Okay. Something's happening nationwide. Okay. Something's happening globally. I've oriented to it. Okay. I've got to make a decision. I got to make a decision now. What am I going to do about it? An actionable decision. Not rumors, not based on rumors, not based on speculation, not based on the latest COVID cure. Based on what you see in your specific area, start there and work your way out. I got to make a decision. Okay. I've made a decision that, hey, I'm going to go buy what I can that is good for me, that will sustain me, so I need to take action. I can't sit here and keep mulling over my decision and I don't know, whatever you call it. Mulling over my decision and not making a decision. Being paralyzed by making a decision. You have to be actionable. You have to take an action and get out there and do it. Whether it's perfect or not, it is something. You have to take that step, take action, and then you adapt as you need to. Be flexible, because no plan is perfect. That's where you go out and get what food you can, and then you continually go out and find more at different places on different days at different times. Kind of the hunter-gatherer mentality. All right. That's a huge rambling. I can't see the video. I don't have my glasses on. I think it says like 14 minutes or something like that. I'll make more videos. I'm not doom and glooming yet. I don't doom and gloom. This is real. This is me being real. Our global economic system is in crisis. And we're probably not far away from a big regional, not local. The city has done a travel ban, or the town has done a travel ban. Probably not far away from regions having travel bans and curfews for social isolation. How they're going to enforce it, I really don't know. And you know, honestly, they can't enforce it because there's only so many officers, so many people, and quite frankly, the officers and soldiers, whatever else, have families that they worry about. So, they're not going to enforce it very well. It cracks me up about the National Guard in whatever town it was, you know. They're there surrounding the town so that nobody gathers and has a social event. Guess what? The National Guard is not armed. They cannot be armed. They're not allowed to be armed. Yes, they carry their own weapons, but if you notice, most of the time there's no magazines in them, and if they do have magazines in them, there are no rounds. They are not issued rounds, because if they do that on sovereign soil of the United States of America, their ass is grass according to the Constitution of the United States, and therefore it caused a world of shit for somebody that made that decision. I got some angst in me, don't I? I'm not panicked. I'm just trying to get a lot of information out to you guys, because this thing is moving at high speed. It was moving at high speed about a month ago. It's really moving at high speed. We were going down the hill. Now the cliff is right there coming up, and that's a steeper slope, and it means it's going to move faster, so you need to do something now. All right. For those of you that know me, hey guys, hope to see you again soon. I'm Adam. Now look, I'm going to say this. I have a YouTube channel. I care less if you subscribe. I care less if you watch. It's got a puny little few hundred and something people on it, which I love all of you, and I'm thankful for all of you. But I have no desire to have one of these YouTube channels where you got a gajillion freaking people. All right? If you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel or watch my stuff, fine. Thank you very much. I'm not trying to be rude or arrogant or anything like that. I'm just quite frankly over trolls. When I'm giving out concepts, they want to delve into other stuff. So my YouTube channel is named Phase 1 Readiness. PHASE 1, the number 1, dash readiness. Look me up on YouTube. I'll post more videos on whatever I know, and what the information that I get is being passed down from people that know a lot more about the inner workings than I do. Let's just say people that are very, very smart and are in very, very interesting places. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go home and see my wife. I haven't seen her in about I don't even know what day of the week it is. I haven't seen her in probably 6 days, 7 days maybe. And I'll only be there for a few days, and then I'll be gone again, doing things that are in my decision process after. Things are actually in my action process after I made a decision, after I oriented, and after I made an observation. Look it up, Bootaloo. Practice it. You can do it on anything. Alright, be safe out there. I'm doing this because there's so many good people out there with families, and there's something coming. It's already here, but it's like watching a tsunami come in where the waves, the water gets sucked out. We're in that point where the water's being sucked out, and everybody's looking at it like, whoa, what's that all about? Wow, I've never seen that before. Then all of a sudden the water comes in and blows them away. The water's getting sucked out. Better start moving to higher ground. Please, because I'm a very empathetic person. I'm just trying to make one person think out there. Alright, I'm out of here. I'm Adam. Phase 1 Readiness. And I will talk more later on whatever topic comes from my heart. It's all from my heart. I will not remember a thing I said here on the video, because it all flows through me from some higher power that is a lot more. It's just a lot more than